Hello crafty friends, welcome again to the Crafty Seas. Today is a day when we're going to draw our hidden giveaway, and we had 7 entries into it, and we're just going to use our trusted post box and pop them in, and the winner gets the hunky-dory sheet which we demonstrated on that video how we used it.
So thank you everyone for taking the time to comment. I know some people commented and chose not to put the secret word in because they had a lot of toppers. So thank you as well for your support and for still commenting on the video. And thank you to everyone who has entered. And good luck. We'll just fold these up.
We'll give it a good shake.
Good luck everyone.
Good luck.
And this post box really handy. Just pop out the peg, pull it out, and
There we go.
the winner is...
Jenny Ginger Ninja.
Congratulations, Jenny. And Jenny really liked one of the little albums that we made as well, and she was inspired to go on and make one herself. So pop over to Jenny's channel to check that out.
Tea-dyed paper. She did a wonderful mammoth album that she said she'll take a long time to fill, but I'm sure she'll get there.
Sending off to you some lovely toppers in the post. And while we're on today, we'd like to share with you some crafty purchases that we think are really handy and some of our empties, and we're going to do a review.
So first of all, we were watching Alex the other day, and she was sorting her beads in her stash from purchases that she'd made from Shiny Silver Treasures, Dawn, and she had sorted her beads into lovely blues, etc., and greens, and the jars were quite sticky, and even probably after steeping and things, they still had a film. But recently I have been using Tic Tac tubs to keep in some small sort of beads and sequins, and I just glue the bead, whatever the content is, inside, and it's just not big enough for a large container, but small enough for just my sequins and things, like the little sequins that you get in magazines, and they can be quite sticky, and the paper leaves a residue after you take it off. So I've been using the sticker remover, Fat 151, and look at this, it really does, it leaves them crystal clear afterwards. It's got an orange scent to it, and for me that's an easy way to just take the stickers or beads that you like, and it's just from the Tic Tac box. And this is one, we only have a few left, but it saves them sort of Eastery ones, and you just put whatever's on inside on top. So
just to show you how quick that is, as you can see here, there's a horrible sticky residue remaining, and just a quick wipe on a piece of a rag, a cloth, anything at all, quick wipe over, and as you can see, that sticky stuff has been completely removed. And as my mum Maureen was saying, it has a beautiful orange oil scent, so a bit of aromatherapy as well as some cleaning.
So I think, Alex, if you're really struggling and your beads look fabulous in the jars and they're really aesthetic to look at, it would save you a lot of effort. So you could just decorate the lid even rather than the sides.
It's very easy to use, as it says on the surface. It smells fantastic. It was relatively cheap. I think we got it from B&M Bargains, and I think it's available in pound shops as well. It's the 151 sticker remover. Also great for your glass mat. You can use it to clean off some stays on ink or some double-sided tape that you may have stuck to your glass mat. So there we go, sticky stuff remover, a crafty hack recommended from us to you. Next up is this mobile phone holder for your car. It's an actual sticky item that you stick to your dashboard, and it prevents your phone from slipping about the place, but it doubles and has a perfect use holding your ink pad. So when you're blending, sometimes your ink pad can scoot about your glass mat and create havoc, but we found like that we found that if you sit it on this silicone mat, it stays in place and allows you to do your inking. And again, this was relatively cheap. It was less than £1 from the pound shop, and you can get it in the car section. It's for holding your mobile phones. So that's another Crafty must-have that we can recommend.
And what I liked about it, for anybody else who crafts in bed, I quite often use a tray. It also means that things don't slip off the tray.
Yep,
if you... Well, I've really found that I could have two on it, one
your
for
scissors, anything like that won't
and
slip.
Even if the corner's on it and it's at an angle, it's fabulous. It keeps a good grip to it as well. So super for people that are working from a tray at times as well.
And next up, we're going to share some of our empty bottles. We were clearing out our craft room and clearing out our empties.
Part of our room reorganisation, yep.
So these are the glues that we have emptied. They're all collal and they're all available from Crafter's Companion.
This is our 3D gel, and we apply this with our pokey tool, but you can also put it into a syringe, and you get it with a little key that turns, and we've purchased one of those as well. But for decoupage work, adding glass jewels and beads is exceptional, and I would bought it again and I will keep buying it.
Yep, this was a repurchase. We repurchased this, and it's handy for a lot of decoupage and also attaching. We've used it to attach cogs, metal charms,
yes,
fabric, a lot of things like that, flower foam. The only difference between this and a glue gun is it takes a long time to dry, so you don't have that instant hold. You do need to hold it in place. Being 3D, you can really get nice depth to your projects with it as well. You can
build up the height, can't you?
Yep, so the 3D collal glue is something that we have repurchased. Next up is the collal multi-purpose glue. And again, this is really useful. Compared to the tacky glue we have repurchased, but we won't be repurchasing
not as often.
The tacky glue tends to buckle. It has a higher water content, whereas the collal glue is a really strong bond and doesn't tend to buckle your card. The only thing is it can be a little bit stringy, so you need to watch out with that.
But both super glues.
Next up is this red liner tape. And we used this red liner tape to make boxes and loaded envelopes. And this is a really thin 6mm thickness, so it's perfect for those smaller projects. Liner tape is a must for crafters. So it's really strong, ultra clear, and perfect for construction. The
black foam on a roll, and for darker cards it's much less visible than the white, so we have repurchased this and would recommend it to anyone who's looking for a darker.
And you can get this online at Fruit Pixie and other craft stores. We purchased that one from the Create & Craft Fair. Next up in our empties, as you know, we do love a bit of alcohol inking, and this is the Pinata Colour alcohol ink. Just some alcohol inks from Amazon, but they weren't as good quality, so we won't be repurchasing them. And instead of buying the Pinata again, I think we're going to invest in the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks, as we purchased a few in a D-stash from Mel's Makes, and the quality was superior to the ones we had. So we won't be purchasing that, but we will be purchasing more alcohol ink. Next up is your standard washi tape, again an essential for any crafter, and they have, if you're just using it for holding down dies or smaller projects, they have some lovely washi tapes available in Home Bargains 5 for a very good price.
Definitely. This is my Gemini Mini plate. Now, I purchased the Gemini Mini to enable me to craft along without using the plug-in. As I say, I craft often using a tray, and when we purchased the Gemini Mini, it came with a pack of 3 plates, and this has lasted such a long time. It's been brilliant and it's easy to use. You don't need to put really washi tape or anything, and it's so small, and you just put it in and whiz it through your machine. So for anything that fits onto any die or embossing folder, which is 2D, that fit onto this plate, it's really brilliant. And I have repurchased these and will keep repurchasing them, but they do last a lot longer than the larger plates for the Gemini.
Next up is an empty packet of tissue paper, and the reason we'd like to share this with you is it was a great price at only £1.29 from B&M Bargains for the tissue paper, and it came in a rainbow selection of colours. There was a nice variety of colours in it, and it was really good quality tissue paper and perfect just for that added touch if you're sending a gift.
Which we all do for Happy Mail, etc.
And next up is an empty packet of A4 popper wallets, and we're in the process of using them to organise our stamps and dies, so stay tuned for some storage solutions with that in a future video. And last up is our plastic shim from Crafter's Companion. And when we originally got our Gemini machine, we were going through a lot more of the plates, following the combination that came with the instructions manual. But a top tip, and what I've learned, is if you omit the magnetic shim and use the least plate combo as possible to cut your image, then your plates won't bow, won't mark, and you'll get a bit longer out them. So I have repurchased plastic shims. They are something that you do require, but with that tip of using the least combination possible to cut it, it will extend your plate life. So here's some of the little items that we've purchased and can recommend to fellow crafters. And if you have any items that's a must-have that you would like to rebuy, please share it with us. It's a great way to share some crafty knowledge. And we really just wanted to show you this non-stick slip mat, because it's been a game changer for us, and the sticky remover, because it is really great at taking off the sticky stuff, and you can store, recycle and upcycle things like old Tic Tac boxes for your craft storage. So a huge thank you to everyone for watching today, and until next time,
Happy crafting!
happy crafting.